All right, that's what we're going, huh? You shouldn't be. Oh, hold on. Thank God. Now you can try it all over again because I know I'm definitely not muted right now, which is really, really funny. Wrong fucking output. Okay, go one more time, Bill.
All right, welcome to another exciting installment of our long-standing campaign that will extend into infinite time and space, and we are just getting started here. This is Taldorei, the Field of Dreams, the Taldorei experience, and
somehow that was worse.
And I am, of course, joined by my incredible cast. But before we get to the cast, I just want to mention that Alex could not make it tonight. And so we are just going to friendsgivings and whatnot. So we are going to miss him very much. And we're just going to say that he was possessed by a very, very quiet spirit this session. But actually, why don't you tell us? What's that?
I'm gonna banish the spirit from hosting the first fucking thing I do in the game, just so you have to do
Amazing.
All right, so why don't you tell us who you are, where to find you, and who you're playing tonight? Smitty.
Hey, I'm Smitty. You can find me on the Amphitheater Discord, and I'm playing second, a Kenku Life Cleric.
Rain.
I am Rain. I will be playing tonight Big Mama Mocha. She, her pronouns. She is a halfling Circle of the Moon druid.
And Mr. Jacob.
Yo, as I have to figure out why my headset just decided to blow up for some reason. But thankfully, I can read captions. Accessibility. Anyway, my name is Jacob Flick, Dual King Jacob, Twitter, Instagram, etc. And Hive, too, actually. Woohoo! And tonight, as per usual, I'll be playing Cinnamon Garrist, who maybe, hopefully, is on the way to some family reunions and or emotional damage. Probably both. And he's a Circle of Wildfire Druid and a Heragon, he, they pronouns. And I use he pronouns.
No, you'll be fine tonight. Don't worry. I think this is all going to end up just perfectly fine. Before we kick off, just want to give, as always, a thank you to our artists. Happy Cat for the overlays, Gremlin Art for the character art, which is on those overlays, and of course, Somatic Games for the incredible intro and promos that you are just about to see. As Smitty mentioned, we are on Discord. That is probably the best place to get most of us, and I am putting a link there into the chat. But I think that's pretty much it. Any announcements specifically about PAX U, maybe, Jacob?
Absolutely. So Bill and I are going to be there. But specifically, if you are of the like to go to panel persuasion, on Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern time, myself, GM Waffles, Maria, D.D. Jordan Lee, a bunch of other people are going to be talking about the first time that we started to run, or GM, I should say, TTRPGs, and how you can get started and help embrace and what really is mechanically failure, and some wonderful stories about that. So that's at 4:00 p.m. Eastern time at the Crab God Theater on Friday. And then on Saturday, we're going to be doing the Asexual Bard Beyond Tropes as a group of ace folk like myself, Maria, and a few other folks are going to be talking about not just how you would make like an asexual bard, but just being ace and how that came to be for us and how that kind of tied into our TTRPG journey. So should be really, really cool. Also the Crab Dip Theater. Thank you, Smitty. And that'll also be at the Crab Dip Theater. Same time on Saturday, 4:00 p.m. Eastern time. And typically, if you just yell Duval really loud, I'll find you. And if you're cool, I'll give you a hug.
And as Jacob said, I will also be at PAX U. Shit, is it really next week?
It's really next week. How did that happen?
I don't know. This is mind-blowing.
Yeah.
And you can find me in places that are very low density, quieter, usually hanging up like against a wall somewhere, trying to look like I belong. So that's going to be me. And then I think that's it. So it is now time for me to say that great catchphrase that I say every single time before we go to the promo, to the intro here, which is adventure.
Oh.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Let's kick off with this great recap I have already prepared.
Definitely.
So in the last session, a lot of stuff happened. Team Small finally approached the Shade Barrel, but camped just outside of reach. And while Second and Cinnabon got ready to go to rest, Big Mama and Hosen went to go get a closer look at that surface level of the Shade Barrel. And they found a few things. First, the ground seemed to be covered in skeletal remains, a fact that Big Mama found out by accidentally stepping on somebody's old skull. There was also a precipitous drop in temperature beyond the perimeter of the area. And finally, the cart that in the previous episode had somebody in it, and in fact was being inspected by the shields, was found abandoned right by the entrance of the Shade Barrow without any real signs of struggle. Thoroughly spooked, Hosen and Big Mama returned back to the camp, and they all began to take their long rest, maybe ever. Dun dun dun. During a watch, Cinnabon, who took the first watch, struggled with a choice to make as he heard what he thought were screams coming from a familiar adult voice. But not sure that they were being real, he passed his watch very fitfully. And those screams died down eventually, but during Hosen and Big Mama's joint watch, they also heard something similar, adult screams. But doing nothing, they continued their watch into the morning. And fully rested, they decided to get into the Shade Barrow. Inside, they saw a kind of hole in the ground where Big Mama got a little bit too close, which drained her strength. Also, Big Mama and Second were slightly possessed by long dead spirits that were lingering in the air, giving them an additional flaw to their character sheets. Further into the dungeon, they came across a huge pile of bones that was right next to one of the holes in the ground, which then became animated and attacked the party. During the battle, Hosen was briefly possessed as well, attacking Cinnabon, and Second ran over to pick up a shield that was left on the ground. And just before another creature spawned from that hole, they covered it up, preventing anything else from spawning. And just before we ended, Cinnabon heard more screaming, this time coming from someone younger. And that's where we're going to pick up tonight. I would like to start out with 2 rolls, please. Second and Big Mama, please make a wisdom saving throw. And while they're doing that, I will do a quick content warning. Tonight is going to be dark. There's a possibility of violence towards the vulnerable. If those sorts of things are things that are particularly worrying to you, pay attention to yourself, take your time, and if you need to, just take a break and come back to the VOD afterwards and skip ahead.
You said wisdom save?
Correct. Yes, please.
Is this against the undead spirit?
Wisdom saving throw?
Yes, please. Yeah, it is against the spirit.
Then I'll get the advantage with the protection from good and evil.
My digital dice is rolling incredibly slowly.
Dirty 20 and a nat 20, so 27.
Jeez.
All right.
I got a 10.
10.
Okay. So Second, maybe it's kind of understanding a little bit more about the world you're currently in. But you kind of now know that this is some sort of undead spirit inside of you, and you're able to will it to get outside of your body. And so the flaw that you added last session, you can feel free to remove it. Big Mama, unfortunately, you are still stuck with that.
Okay.
Which, as we discussed, was not all that impactful.
At all.
Okay, I turn it over to you all. What would you like to do? To recap, while you're thinking, there's a number of kind of skeletons that are scattered throughout the floor here. As I mentioned last time, these ones that are a slightly different color appear to you to be somebody that was, I mean, the arrangement of them, if I remember right, somebody made a roll or something which gave them the insight that this probably was somebody trying to get in and, I don't know, possibly raid things or whatnot, but they are all dead. There is that huge pile of bones, and then if I remember right, second, you had put your shield over the top of that little hole in the ground to prevent additional energy from coming out. So that's kind of the situation that you're looking at here.
So hearing the screams, like he'll like instinctually Cinnamon like goes to run to, and I don't know if it's where it was specifically coming from, Bill.
I just pinged it on the map over
Perfect.
this direction.
So yeah, so he goes to move towards that direction, and kind of like freezes, unsure of what to do.
Second.
Right. And was it he only that could hear it, or all of us could?
You all heard it, and I just want to
Ooh.
specify, because last time there was a little bit of like lack of certainty about whether this was something playing in your mind or actual screams. That uncertainty is removed entirely. You know that these are screams.
Absolutely.
A second shakes off whatever was possessing them. There, right as rain.
Well, good to hear. I think we need to move. I'm getting really, really concerned. I mean, really concerned. So, a note. Second, thank you for your help there. I'm sure I look just awful. He probably is like wearing like what essentially is like a crimson mask at this point, thanks to that bonk on the head and that really ridiculous roll. So, are there any objections before I charge in?
For we charge in.
Right.
We open a can of worms. Now we're going to have to line it.
I think we're far past that, if I'm being honest.
So just a quick point of like operations here.
Yep.
Because order matters so much, and because this is, for lack of a better term, a dungeon, I would love for this next portion of the adventure to happen in initiative order. Now, the reason I want to do that is because like range matters, line of sight matters, and all of those sorts of things.
Hold on 1 second, Bill. I'm gonna real quick interrupt you because I'm gonna switch to, because my headset started to f up again. So I just gotta switch everybody over to the other output, my backup here. And then,
While we're waiting, I'd just like to remind everyone to drink Brondo. Brondo has electrolytes. Electrolytes are what plants need. Drink Brondo.
upcoming sponsor.
I couldn't get the reference until like the last second. Good reference.
Okay, they can hear you. I just gotta switch it over for the music later.
All right.
But you mentioned I saw initiative at some point.
Yeah, that's right. So so since you were having audio issues, let me just repeat that. Because line of sight matters, distance matters, range matters, like the order of who's going first matters. I want to just put us inside of initiative order,
Sure.
so that it kind of adds a little bit of a flavor of realism to what
Decisions,
you might see.
certainly.
Yeah, what you might see Cinnabon versus whoever is following.
Sure.
I have no initiative on that tracker. I don't know what happened. I think I was at the same time as Hosen last time, if I remember.
Yeah,
They went right ahead of me.
Okay, well, I'm taking Hosen out, and there's
Give me
two
like
Big Mamas.
13.
there's
Sounds
two
like it got corrupted or
Cinnabons.
something.
Yeah, I'll give you a 13. So Cinnabon, you can go first.
Yeah, if there's no objections, he's gonna YOLO swag. How much movement do I have? 30. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, we're going right in there.
All right, cool. You see that the pathway continues off towards the east a little bit more.
All right. And then
All right,
bonus action, Archie's moving with me.
cool. You should have control over Archie, so feel free to
Oh yeah, I
to
forgot. He's
dra-
I gotta
drag him
move me
along.
again to grab him. So really need to make sure that I have a camera for everybody. But anyway, it's fine.
Yep. Okay. Second, you are up next.
Second, we'll look over at Big Mama, since this is the first time looking at them since coming in when Second was possessed and is now kind of reconsidering all of their friends and just tilts ahead to look at her. How are your eggs?
Ramble, but fine.
Second nods. We'll follow Cinnabon.
All right, fantastic. Big Mama, you are next. Don't forget, your movement is 15.
Yeah, I know. Okay. And so, yeah, she's going to move there. That's 5, 10, 15 feet.
I totally forgot I could have dashed. Oh well.
All right.
Must be nice.
But you have your regular movement if you dash.
Okay, we go to the top again with Cinnabon.
All right. Movement.
Now, in terms of actions, as of right now, like spell casting, any of that stuff, like that is not in initiative order. We're just purely going on movement at the
Yeah.
moment.
Okay. Cool. Which is fine. So scrim wise, where are they coming from this perspective? Considering I'm at a fork in the road.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Oh, he planned for this, everyone. You see that? You see that?
Get guidance.
You're a little too
You
far
are
away
not
from me.
close enough
Yeah,
to get
it's a
guidance.
touch spell. Unfortunately, but
I give you guidance before you step away. I was next to you.
Yeah.
No? Okay.
You gotta ask, right? We gotta ask. That's a 14.
Okay, you are fairly certain that it is coming from the path going to the north.
Okay. And then so that was my movement, action, dash.
Okay. Perfect.
That's gonna be actually right about here.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. So let me just check the stream because I think, yeah, you can't see your friends anymore. That's awesome.
Less loneliness, huh?
Oh, God. I love dynamic lighting so much. Okay.
It's not great for the folks at home, but
Yeah.
great for panicking me.
All right.
Yeah.
Second, you are up next.
I look back over at Big Mama and notice they've only come 15 feet towards us. And I would like to, I don't know, look at Big Mama and try to see what is up with them. Like, is anything wrong with them? I don't know if I can get like some insight as to what's.
She's like panting and like holding all of her armor and just like
Yeah.
she's
Why don't
looking
you
real
make
just wheezy.
so why don't you make an insight check with advantage?
Love that.
Uh, 13.
So, all right. Two not great rolls, but in terms of what is going on with Big Mama, I would say that you probably know that that there's something unnatural. And you were there when she kind of put her face over the top of the hole, and you saw what was happening. I don't think you can piece it together, but I think you kind of get the sense that there is something not supernatural, but definitely like an effect that is weighing on her, literally.
I will move slowly. I will stop there with Big Mama at the edge of my sight.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So now you can see Cinnabon and Big Mama, yes?
I can't see Cinnabon.
Oh, okay. All right. Big Mama, you are next.
She's just like huffing and wheezing and trying. So what she's gonna go ahead and do is wild shape to a giant crocodile.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh, I dig that.
Okay. I don't know why I said that so just blandly, but yeah, she's gonna go wild shape into a giant crocodile.
take two.
And yeah, and I see Cinnabon is like next to me on the map.
That's only for camera purposes.
Okay. Hi. So that way now she
He's
does
way
regain
gone.
back like 30 feet of movement.
That's right.
And
Smart move.
okay. So yeah, so that way she can get her tuchus out that way. And she's gonna follow behind, follow to she can get here. So make sure now I can move her to here.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. No problem. I realize you're both in the same spot, but like for purposes right now, it doesn't really matter all that much. Okay. Cinnabon, top of the order.
He's resisting the urge to call out, considering what he's seen so far. But like, it is the like this like itchy like feeling in his throat, and on the back of his neck, of anxiety, and
Do you feel as though the desire to shout out is worthy of possibly a wisdom saving throw? You can say no.
yeah, I think sure, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, especially with everything going on right now. 14.
It just is about to come out, and then the thought that you need to stay silent kind of overpowers you, and it's like a gulp in your throat that you have to then swallow, but you don't make a sound. Okay.
Yeah, cool. So that's movement. And then
You haven't moved yet.
That's right. I haven't. That's right, because I totally ADD'd that. Anyway, moving. Archie will move with me using my bonus
Okay.
action, and then
All right.
Where was it coming? And where was it coming from? From this perspective.
Make another perception check.
Sure. Oh, that's pretty good. 19.
Yeah, you are certain you are close, and it is to the passageway going to the west in this direction over this way.
That's east.
Yes, east, that one.
Great.
I am an adult, and I still mix them up all the time.
Dude, it's totally cool. I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah. So one thing that is important to mention in this little hallway here with this large kind of chamber is you do see another one of those circular holes in the ground, and just at the end of your field of vision you can see that there is a small pile of bones. Now, crucially, there is nothing touching the hole.
Yeah.
So
I'll make a point to spin around. Do I see either of my? Well, I don't. All three of them, honestly.
nope. I mean, you see what you see on the map, my
Okay.
dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. He'll move.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, Archie has to stay here. This would be about everything. Oh, cool. Great. I think
All right.
that's moi.
Okay. So here's what you see.
Mm.
And again, I think Smitty Rain, this is dramatic irony, so just pretend like you're not hearing this. Actually, you know what? Would you mind removing your headphones?
Oh, cool.
There, I moved them.
It's been a while. It's been a while since I've had one of these.
Okay. So what you see in front of you is a sort of a skeleton with flesh on it, and it is standing there without really any movement. It's looking straight ahead. There is not really any recognition to your presence, but the positioning of this thing is very much in a guard shape. Now, I would like you to make an intelligence check, please, as you're looking at this.
Let's see. 19.
All right, with a 19, you see that it is offset from a passageway that is heading to the north, so up in this direction here. And because it's offset with a 19 intelligence check, you can tell that there were two, and one of them is not there right now.
Okay.
If you were to see like a guard guarding a door, and there was one only on one side, you'd be like, I bet you there's another one somewhere.
Yeah.
That's basically what this is.
Yeah. Cool.
From this angle too, there is also a passageway down to the south. If you would like to make another perception check here, I can.
Oh yeah, natural 19 for a 26. We are on now.
So you can hear that is coming from down here.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
You could just do that as opposed to whatever this is.
Let's
Like,
hope
oh no.
Cinnabons
Cinnabons in a dance off.
All right. Second, you're up next.
Is it clear at all which way Cinnabon went?
Not from where you're currently standing. You cannot see around the corner.
Where'd you go? There you are. Camera found you.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I guess I can't see. I don't know where Cinnabon's actually supposed to be because the camera is.
Well, you did know that he went up this way.
Yeah.
I did know he went north. Okay.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, well, then I wouldn't have done. I would have went. Sorry.
But even coming around the corner, you don't see him.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll double dash because I have no action.
Sure.
Oh shit! One of those things.
Yep.
Shit.
But no
Okay.
Cinnabon.
Okay. I will keep. I think that's it for double dash. All right.
Okay, and you should be able to see.
Moving up a little bit so you can see. So you'd actually see Cinnabon.
Yeah,
Probably.
I think line of sight you would see like the way that the line of sight is.
Oh,
You can see Archie
Yeah.
over this direction.
Okay. Roger that.
Okay. Big Mama, you're up next.
Can you tell which way everyone went?
Beyond the fact that left, no.
Okay, so she knows at least to be going up
That's right.
this direction.
Yeah, you saw a second kind of disappear around the corner.
Okay. So can she scooch up there?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll ping it for you so you can see where you wanted to go. Perfect.
Wait, I think that was that plus 30.
Okay. Fair
Okay.
enough. And you should, yes, you just barely see second at the far end of your vision.
Mhm.
Okay. Now we're going to Cinnabon.
All right. Which is he's over here.
Yeah.
Actually, let me make sure he's right here. Or she's actually like right behind him. So do I hear second approach at all?
Second,
I
you
think with
weren't.
the 26, I'm just
I wasn't being quiet.
Yeah, I don't think you were being super quiet. So yeah, I think so.
yeah. And so someone will wave at second and point to the guard.
I don't see anything that you're pointing at.
Hold on. Where?
No, I mean, I think that's by design. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, second, yeah.
Yeah, certainly. And then he'll make a point to put like up like one number like this, and then making the accidental Family Guy reference. And he's actually going to stay where he's at, and he's just gonna motion for a second to continue.
So
forward.
what I will say to second is, given your history, you are very good at reading people's faces and their emotions. Cinnabon right now is panicked. And correct me if I'm wrong, Jacob. I don't necessarily want to speak for you, but I'm just making this assumption.
He's about there, like teetering.
Yeah. And trying to be overly cautious about something.
Okay. I'll pick that up. Look over at Cinnabon, look to the glowing hole, look at Cinnabon, grab blanket out of my bag, gently move over here and drop the blanket to cover the blue thing.
Okay.
And then move 1, 2, 3, 4. The remainder of my moves back towards Cinnabon.
Perfect.
Another fucking somebody fucking blew this.
Yep. We're all over the place. Now let me just check your line of sight. You cannot see it. So that's pretty much all you see at the moment.
Must have been one early. There we go. Okay, I was like, I'm in the wrong spot, obviously. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put Archie right here so I can move and find Big Mama.
Perfect. Okay, Big Mama, you are up
Yeah.
next.
Yeah, she's coming up that way. So right here, well, hold on, let me do my own thing. Right here is at a space, and occupying a space that she can get to 30 feet, or just basically here.
You can get there
So
with diagonals.
yeah, you can get there with diagonals.
Okay. I guess
Here, I'll drop you.
right there, I guess would be the spot. Could she get here though, or yeah,
Yeah. Mhm.
cool. She's scooching on over. Alrighty.
All right. Now let me see what you see. I love like I can jump into each one of your different tokens and see what you see, which is fantastic. Roll 20 can sometimes rock.
Pay us.
Okay. All right. Cinnabon, you're up next.
And he'll look at to the look to Mama and Mama in second and point, and then
Is it? It's, I'm sorry. Is it? Oh, it's apparent, I assume, that this crocodile is Big Mom Mocha. Like,
I forgot about that
see
part. Thank you
change,
for
but,
reminding me.
She
Like,
just
just
rolls
comes
up as a
up,
fucking
just-
crocodile.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I think there's like a
You know what? Let's say that there's like big locks of hair off the top.
big like, but plus Cinnabon's watched it before he gets it. So I think there's definitely like a pause of just like, okay.
It's the crown of
That-
mistletoe, just gives it away.
Yeah, thank you for that, Smitty. That was good. I forgot about that already. And then he's just like, yeah, and pointing at the garden. It's just like,
They still don't see it. It is beyond their field of vision.
yeah. Well, he doesn't. He doesn't know that. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
So, oh boy, that is fascinating.
I just want to like underscore the flavor here that
Yeah.
the screams are still going on
Okay,
and they are starting to die off.
perfect. I'm so glad you said that because Archie's going to attack.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause hearing that like the volume go down, I think that's what sets him over, and then he'll kind of put a hand on Archie's shoulder and then towards said guard.
All right.
For 25 to hit.
Yeah, that's for sure a hit.
Yeah, we are playing with literal fire here.
Right.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh, terrible. That's 4 points of fire damage.
All right.
So that's his bonus.
You can see that this thing that was previously just pretty much ignoring your presence, now with the fire that's being hit on it, looks over at you, and you can see it position its arms to start to attack you.
What is it wearing?
Like
armor-wise?
something sensible, something leather armor.
All right. The spell's not heat leather, Bill. Give me a break, man. I'm sort of kidding. Okay. Oh boy. Worked pretty well last time. He's gonna cast Produce Flame and toss it over.
All right.
That's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That is the wrong dice. Sorry. Can you tell freaking out? Because I'm wrong dice. Holy shit! Double eights for 16 points of fire damage.
Okay. So you blast off the last remaining bit of flesh that it has connected to its skeleton, and there were some pieces of its face still attached, and so now there's like it melted and it is dropping off of its face, and it is completely skeletalized at the moment, but still not dead.
All right. Damn. And I'm gonna move up to it.
Okay.
Perfect.
Shit. Perfect. Thank you so much for doing that.
Shit.
So now that you've moved here, I just want to describe kind of what it is that you're seeing as you look down into the southern room here. There is, the holes in the floor that you've seen before, pale in comparison to the size of the one in the middle of the floor here. And on top of that,
Should we take these off? Or are you? Sorry, because we can't see it yet.
No, that's fine. I don't want to say it twice.
Okay, it's fine.
And on top of that, there are these veins of blue light that are scattering across the floor, coming out from the center of that hole. And you can't exactly see where they end up, where the terminus of these veins are, but you do see another one of those guards that is standing inside of this room, and you can see that he is currently doing something to the wall. And now that you are more or less within direct eyesight, you see that you can hear that is exactly where the screams are.
Oh boy. That's my turn. Well, do I see who the screams are coming from?
Not from your position at the moment, no.
Oh, it's worse. Oh, okay. I guess me.
All right, second, you are up next.
So seeing Cinnabon start to throw fire and run in, second will follow. Okay. That is their movement.
Interesting. You opted to go directly over the top of that circle. So if you wouldn't mind doing a Constitution saving throw, please.
Where?
The big circle that has been plaguing you ever since the very beginning of the dungeon.
That one right here.
Yeah.
15.
Okay, you save. It is beginning to like you feel a little bit of energy start to drain, but you will it back inside of your body, and you skip over the top of this thing.
Okay.
No drain.
I will double dash here. Is that a fucking bunny? Oh, I get it. All right. And will
on the nose, yeah.
Bring up my shield in front of Cinnabon, and I double dash, so I don't have anything else, and I will just stay there in front of Cinnabon with my shield up.
Beautiful. All right. And just to make sure, did you equip the one that you
Yep.
picked up? Okay, cool. All right. Next up, Big Mama Croc.
Yep.
Big Mama Croc.
Correct. Yes. So she's able to get up right near Cinnabon.
Yep.
Okay. Would she have the wherewithal to know not to run over the shamrock and the ground, or
I
because
think
it's a straight line of 30 feet?
Yeah, I think you would probably know that you are
Okay.
risking something if you go over it.
Okay. So she does then go there diagonally. Or is it just gonna be like she's gonna have to run over anything?
So you're saying you went like this and then like this over that way?
Yeah, this will do the diagonals like that, still calling for like the 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know how diagonals work, to be honest. So
They're the same as for movement. It's square.
Yep,
Square.
we're not in Pathfinder 1E, thank God.
Mm.
Yeah.
all right, never mind then. You're good.
Because that would make me
Okay.
really irrationally angry. Because I hated that shit.
Okay, and now she sees there's a bunny. So curious.
Everyone's
I'm so
reaction is so different. For me, horror. Smitty, amusement. Rain, hilarity.
You know what?
No, keep him, man.
So
Don't,
it's so
We're not
reductive.
shaming it. The avatar, we're not.
no.
There.
He took it away.
That makes it funnier, though. Like,
There. See how you like it.
I love you, Bill. You're the
There, you
best.
can't see shit.
Fuck you, my players.
All right.
Oh man.
Yeah. And Big Mama, that's quite literally all she can do at the moment. Is just move.
All right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. Now we are at the bad guy's turn, who is going to come over and swing. Let's just make sure. Yes. Okay. I'm going to swing at Big Mama. No. Second. Swinging at second.
Disadvantage.
It's a 15 and lower than a 15. So neither one of those will hit.
Nope.
Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to roll initiative for the other one and put that one in for next turn. Okay. Let's go to the top of the order. Cinnabon.
Do you have this one? Looking at Big Mama Mocha into second.
Yeah, she'll just open her maw and just go like,
The best case scenario. All right. And
Chief among the teachings of Taldorei is the preservation of life.
Lord have mercy. And literally, Taldorei be praised. Interesting. Fair enough. So right above Crocodile Big Mama Mocha's head is a spinning, fiery like Archie. And he's going to attack. Yeah, that's a 26 to hit again.
Yeah, that's ends. There's no damage roll needed. Why don't you describe what it looks like when this thing gets exploded?
So seeing the sort of pause, he'll reach out to Archie, and Archie just barks and collides into the skeleton, and it just explodes into embers and dirt and smoke.
Beautiful.
And he's going to head down. Oh,
All right.
That's a dead end, isn't it? Yes, it is. What do I see right here specifically?
All right, perfect. So now that you're in the room, let me describe what it is that you see around you. So as I mentioned, there is that big portal in the middle of the floor with the blue veins kind of reaching out. The guard that you assume probably should have been next to his friend has just finished tying up Honeybun. And Honeybun's arms are bound up into the air, and there is a leather wrap that is sort of bolted into the side of the wall that is securing Honeybun's wrists. And what you see is the facial expression of Honeybun is one of exhaustion, one of just destitute, as you see that Honeybun is looking directly across the room. And the power that is being sucked out of Honeybun through these veins in the floor is, and the misery that is associated with that is compounded by the fact that Honeybun's eyes are deadlocked across, looking at two separate alcoves. One with the emaciated and fully fully drained body of your mother, holding the hand of the emaciated and fully drained body of your father.
I think the anger that he's been holding back for since the beginning, since he emaciated, ironically, and turned those two to dust, overwhelms, and he just reaches out a hand and screams, and he casts Scorching Ray. Two of them on the portal and one on the guard there. And that's a range spell attack for me. First one's not awesome. And that's a 12 to hit on the first one. This is towards the portal here, for the glowy thing. Second one is not much better. At a 13 to hit. Third one is a 21 to hit.
I'm sorry, I was on mute. First two are misses. The last one is a hit. Now remind me, you're attacking the guard, right? Because I thought you said there might be no.
The
What are you
first
attacking?
two that go errant were towards the portal. The glow.
Okay. All right. So those two miss.
Okay. Either way, 9 points of fire damage.
On the portal?
Nope. That's the one that hit was the.
Got it. Got it. I'm with you. Now, with that Scorching Ray blasting right in front of her face, Honeybun locks the lock of her gaze on your parents is interrupted, and you can see that her eyes have now locked onto you, and the facial expression of just complete desolation. You could see that there is a faint glimmer of hope inside of her eyes.
Yeah, so bonus action was playing spirit. I think he just takes in the scene.
Okay. All right. Next up is second.
He just gobsmacked.
Cinnabon scream, rushes in, takes in the scene. When you say emaciated and drained, completely dead?
Dead.
Obviously dead.
Correct.
Does it look like potentially recently dead, or
Like
within a minute dead?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
If you want to get more specific, I can have you roll a medicine check, but
Okay.
No, definitely not within a minute.
Second, we'll run in, take all that in a quick second, reach into their pack, pull out their prayer rug with Serenray's Phoenix on it, throw it down on top of the big portal, jump on top of the prayer rug, and cast the spell magic into the portal.
Interesting. Okay. Just putting the rug there. Okay. So casting Dispel Magic. I always need to reread the description here.
I can read it for you. Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a successful check, the spell ends.
Okay. Huh. So I think, yeah, go ahead. Why don't you just go ahead? I like it. I was going to argue that it's not really a spell, but I think that's too limiting, and I
Yeah, I mean, if
I'm
it's a magical effect, I mean, that's the way it is. If it's not a spell, it's fine. You can do something else.
yeah, I think it's let's just call it a magical effect. That's fine.
Okay, so this will be 20 plus 4. So 19
So with a
So if it
19,
would be, if it's a 10th level, 9th level
yeah,
spell.
so all right. That spell, that dispel magic roll was high enough that you could see that so here's what happens. The blue veins of energy that are reaching out inside of this room begin to darken, and the luminescent blue becomes completely inert, and it starts to recede back into the hole underneath your prayer rug, and um, before you cast the spell, right in the middle of the prayer rug, there was this luminescence kind of like showing through the fabric of the prayer rug. But now that you've cast the spell and you've channeled basically all of your power that you have been given by Saren Ray into this one crucial spell, it begins to recede entirely. There's no more light coming through your prayer rug, and you feel as though there's very little risk of that drain happening.
As second pushes the spell out into the portal, they yell, "Dark magic is not to be used under any circumstance." That's my turn.
Okay. And I think with your again, just kind of dipping into your passive insight, you look over at Honeybun, who was, you could see that the colors of Honeybun was draining into the floor. That drain is no longer happening. She is unconscious, but alive.
Okay. Yep.
Cool. Now let's go to the bad guy that's right here. With that scorching ray coming over, he's going to approach Cinnabon and attack. Big old miss. So nothing on his end. And it is Big Mama's turn now.
All right, so
For
she's
some
gonna go ahead
flavor,
and get.
just in the moment,
Uh-huh.
as the I'm assuming it's like it's a melee attack, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's
he-
kind of like a battle axe.
And as his shield pops up and it clangs against the battle axe clangs against the shield. You cannot hurt me any more than I've hurt myself.
You can see its face look at you with absolute stoicism, no reaction on its face, and it says, all right, Big Mama, you're up.
Okay. So she needs to scooch in there so she can be part of the party. And let's see. So this right here is 5, 10, 15 feet first. All right. So that way she's not going to be landing on anyone. All right. Honey, honey, honey. Okay. And yeah, so
You could
she's
probably
gonna
fit right
go.
here.
Yeah, right there.
Perfect.
Okay. So she's hungry. She's gonna go ahead and do a bite attack to that thing.
All right.
Bit. Right. And so that is a 1d10 plus 2.
Did you roll to hit?
No, I didn't,
Okay.
because I automatically think I'm just awesome like that. So let me roll that. All right, and then there'll be a +4 to hit.
All right.
Okay. All right. The D&D Beyond dice is actually rolling incredibly slow, so
If you want to, you
it's
can do it inside
Teresa.
roll 20.
I think I'm going to, because I don't even know. I just kind of want to look to see kind of like what I'm gonna get on that one. But all right, let me just do roll 20 because I can still hear you just like squishing around. All right. All right, so 9 plus the 4, 13 to hit.
13 is not going to be enough.
Oh, darn it. Well, shit. That's all that she can do.
All right. So seeing this crocodile come and start attacking it, it's somehow is able to dodge out of the way as you snap your teeth towards this creature, and it is uniquely focused right now on Cinnabon, whose turn it is now.
So correct me if I'm wrong, Bill, but Honeyman was looking at me and then she fell unconscious. Is that true? Is
Yeah,
that correct?
that's right.
Okay.
Yep.
So catching that through his anger. No, not you two. And he's gonna reach out a hand towards her, and right above her, there is this bluish green energy that begins to emanate, and we see the outline of what appears to be this flying fey-like pixie, and he's casting with his bonus action healing spirit, which allows me to call forth a nature spirit to soothe the wounded, and until the spell ends, whenever you or a creature you can see moves into the spirit space for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, you can cause the spirit to restore 1d6 hit points to that creature. No action required, and it can heal up to 1 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which is 4, so a total of 5. So that's 5, essentially 5 rounds, and then the spirit disappears.
Beautiful. All right, so she's getting some hit points back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Yeah, so essentially, it would, I think, rules wise, it would be when the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. So like when she would, when her turn would be when it happens, essentially.
All right, since she's not in initiative, let's just call it at initiative count 0.
Cool.
She will take that.
Okay.
And then that's
and,
how we'll handle that.
I'll go ahead and roll it for you now whenever you want to do that, which is 6 hit points. So I roll a 6.
All right, perfect.
Which for his perspective, allows him to look away over at the enemy, and he just angrily casts Scorching Ray again. All 3 rays that way. For natural 1, that's appropriate. A 22 to hit.
Yep.
And a 23 to hit.
Yep, those last 2 will do it.
Last 2 will hit. Ooh. 10, 12, 18 points of fire damage.
Hell yeah. All right, it had 13 left. What does that look like?
Just through it's hard to see through the anger and the tears, and it just drives forward the need for this entity to get the fuck away from him. And he just raises a hand, and he doesn't even see where the rays go. And then he blinks his tears down, and it's nothing but soot.
All right. And I think at this point we are going to come out of initiative. And you're left in this room with 2 patches of soot from the enemies that you just crushed. 2 bodies of your parents stuck in similar positions with leather cuffs around their hands, latched to the top of the ceiling. An empty hole upon which Second is now standing. And Honeybun, who's still lashed up in the air, but you can see breathes once and then twice. And then you can see her eyelids start to flitter. And she looks up and she says, Cinnabon, is that really you?
He grabs a knife to try and cut her loose.
You cut her loose, and I assume you try to catch her as she falls.
Yeah, right into an embrace.
Now, this is obviously not the first time you've ever hugged your twin sister.
No.
But this time, you could feel that she weighs maybe a third less. She's just nothing but skin and bones.
Sorry I was too late.
If you were just an hour earlier. She looks over.
Stop. Don't say another word.
I'm glad you're here. And she tries as hard as she can to squeeze you. And with the lack of strength that she has in her arms, you could tell that she's doing her best.
He just holds her.
She says, and we should probably get the others. And you can see that she kind of uses your shoulder to wipe away some of the tears. And she pulls away from you out of the hug slightly, still remaining close, and points to the north.
Don't we need to bury them first?
I worry what they might do to them if we don't rescue them now.
And he will walk up to her and hand her her staff.
She'll look at it and she'll look up at you and then she will say, How did you get this? I thought it was gone forever. And then you see that there's a realization in her mind that didn't actually strike her until just now. And she now looks at you and she says, I thought you were gone forever. I thought you were dead. And then she comes back into the embrace and hugs you. And it's slightly stronger still than the previous one.
He's just looking at his parents.
She pulls back again and she says, There'll be time. There'll be time for all of this. But we do need to save them.
You always were the stronger one.
Well, now, Cinnabon, gonna need you to be the strong one. For me, and for everybody else. Because I can't.
He'll grab her hand and sort of walk over to everybody else with Honeybun in tow, so to speak. I don't want to talk about this now. Just want to find everyone else. And he's going to start walking north.
Honeybun stops, and you're holding her hand, and she says,
Yeah,
Cinnabon, I'm not strong enough. This area here, while terrible, is at least safe for now.
I can't leave you by yourself.
It may be 50 yards away. I'll see you, but I'm afraid if I go in there that I'll... And then she looks over at your parents, and she looks back at you. Plus, I just want to pay respects.
He'll let her hand go.
You could see that she still has a somewhat matted, somewhat browned crown of flowers woven through her hair and, well, fur rather, and she takes one piece of a petal out of it, and then she waves her hand over the top of it, and it druid crafts into a number of petals. It just multiplies. And then she walks over to where your parents are, and she's going to sit down next to them and start weaving them together.
Do you need a good berry?
She looks up and she says, no, silly. I still remember that one. And in her other hand, she produces. And then she chomps on it.
He'll just weakly nod and once again turn up to go north.
Okay. Perfect time to take our break.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I think it's worthwhile to mention, as Crystal said in the chat, like if this is heavy for us, I'm sure it can be heavy for you all to take care of yourselves, and if it makes sense, take a break, come back, watch on the VOD if it makes sense too. But as always, choose your own mental health. We will take a bit of a 10-minute break here, and we'll come back. The content warning will still be in place when we come back, so just be aware that there's going to be some additional heavy materials that we're kind of walking through here. But yeah, see you all in about 10 minutes. All right, everybody, welcome back to the game. Just in case there was anybody that joined during the break or whatnot, I don't know if there was, but I think is worthwhile mentioning that we're about to get into some heavy stuff here. We just came from some heavy stuff, specifically around to violence to the vulnerable. And, I think it's just worthwhile to mention that this is a content warning. And if things get a little bit too heavy, please make self-care a priority. And with that, we're going to stick inside of this same initiative order in terms of movement, but because we're not in combat, this is only for movement. Actions don't really matter all that much. And Cinnabon, why don't you take it away? Because I think you were the first one to say you were going to head north.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And I think Honeybun was like mentioning just like straight north.
That's right.
Okay. I think there's just like a moment to try and like steal himself, and it just completely falls apart. There's so much conflict, anger, sadness, regret, regret, over and over and over. Why did they even come here? This dream, what did it even mean in the case of this? But he's got the rest of his family to think about, so he keeps moving.
All right. And I will say that probably a lot of that emotion shows on your face even before you leave the room.
Oh,
and
it's completely written on it. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Like as he passes Big Momomoka's second nose, no doubt.
Yeah, so I just want to call that out. That second specifically would probably be very attuned to a lot of that emotional illustration that is depicted on his face. Cinnabon, as you move into the next room, you see something different. The majority of what you've seen so far has been kind of these meandering chambers that haven't had a whole lot of purpose to the way that they were built. This room is different. It seems as though this is a purpose-built chamber, but the purpose doesn't exactly make a lot of sense to you. On the left and on the right, as you look up ahead, you see what can only be described as rivers of these energies that start out kind of to the north in this brilliant translucent turquoise. But with second spell, you can see that as you go down closer to where you are right now, there's almost this ripple of like blandness that happens as these rivers move on. So like it starts out kind of slowly at first, that the brilliant translucence of these rivers quickly turn into like a dark a dark blue with no glowing whatsoever. And then there are these pillars kind of situated. And you're not sure why they are set up this way, but it is purposeful in their positioning.
I don't even think the fact that he's unsure about that crosses his mind at all.
Sure. Okay. Okay. Is that the extent of your movement?
Time is of the essence, so he'll dash.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right. You see that there are 6 of these pillars standing over top of those rivers. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do? Perfect.
No.
All right. Second, you're up next. You see Cinnabon just take off, charging to the north.
Yeah, I mean,
Camera cinema.
honestly, I wouldn't actually have imagined that second probably would have already been on the way. I think second's life has taught them that thinking is pausing and pausing is pain, and that the moment they eliminated the last person, they would have packed up their prayer rug and already started to move to the north. Which I will do.
Okay. All right, beautiful. So you see the same sort of thing that Cinnabon saw.
Yeah. He's right where Archie is.
Okay. Big Mama, you're up next. You are still in crocodile form.
Okay. So she is going to go ahead and about face and follow after the boys.
Okay.
And so was that 10, 15, 20? It's about there.
Duval.
If you're not, if you're wondering why we're moving super fast, Rain, if you're not taking an action, you can use your action to double move and move another 30.
Good call out.
Sorry, let me do it. Okay, she'll scooch up.
All right. So now we go to the top of the order. Cinnabon, you're up next.
Do I hear any screams?
No, we hear silence.
Straightforward.
Before you move, oh, never mind. Okay. Never mind. Sorry, my brain didn't catch up with my thoughts. So you are charging headlong without paying a lot of attention to anything that's going on around you. And what you see in front of you is that these rivers kind of converge up towards the north. And right in the center, you see...
Oh, hey, cool. Great.
You see the rest of your family. They are hunkered, they are cowering, and they are quivering. You could see that Brioche, the oldest of the crew, is trying to take on an adult role in whatever capacity they're able to do so, and are cuddling Dumblin. Kaiser is in his normal capacity, just trying to be as cool and collected as possible, is trying to put on this air of there's nothing wrong with the situation. But you can tell, knowing Kaiser very well, that he's freaked out. And Lucky and Sesame are kind of cuddling next to each other, trying to comfort each other as much as possible. You can tell that the screams that they very much would have heard have affected them extremely. And standing around are 6 of those same guards. Now, they still have that stoic face and have not yet reacted to your presence. What would you like to do?
So I guess the question would be, because certainly, like even with the passive perception of 17, like would I have noticed them before dashing?
Yeah, so I think so. And I'm not gonna be like a super strict rule uh follower about the fact that like you just sort of charge full forward. So I would say that you wherever you want to stop,
Right
you're
there.
fully able to do so. I was gonna have you roll a perception check, but again, my brain didn't work quickly
It's all
enough.
good.
So
It's all good. All right. Seeing them and seeing the family sort of cowering behind, I don't actually think he says anything. And right from there, he casts Burning Hands. And they
all right.
both need to make. And we're gonna do this at. Oh yeah, it's already a second level spell. Actually, no, it's not. It is now. So they both need to make dexterity saving throws.
Okay. So this is the one on the left. And this is the one on the right. So that is +2 on each. So 17 is the lowest.
So they both succeed. So they take half of 10, 13, so 7 points of fire damage.
Perfect.
And then Archie follows up to the one on the right, which probably doesn't hit for a 9 to hit.
9 will not do it now.
Yeah. No. Just whiffs. Action, bonus action.
All right. So, and you move 2, so you should be out of actions. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Cool. So, second, you are next. And I think what you see is basically right at the very edge of your vision. Cinnabon is just holding his hands out and then blasts out this big thing of fire. You're not sure at what yet.
Got it. Just a second. We'll move forward. Okay. Second, we'll hold up their newly attained shield, slam it into the ground as they say, "Guide us, bless us, protect us, O holy Everlight," and channel divinity to turn undead. And the 3 folks that I can see on my screen, which would be this person, have to roll a wisdom saving throw.
All right. Wisdom saving throw DC 15. All right. So let's go left to right. That's going to be an 18 for that one.
Okay.
A 14 for this one. So that's a
Well,
fail. And the last one, that's a 19 for that one.
so the one in the middle has to use their turn to boogie away from me. That's all they can do is move away.
All right, beautiful.
And that was action. Bonus action. Second will reach out to Cinnabon since they're still hurting and just say second and re-heal them for 11 points. Endo second's turn.
Fantastic. All right. Now we are going to do some of these bad guys. This one over here is going to move up. Here. Here. And then 5, 10, 20, 25, 30 here. And then the last one is going to, you said move away from you, right?
Yeah, it has to spend its only thing it can do is move away from me, basically.
Perfect. All right.
The next
So
minute.
they go all the way to the back. Kind of cowering in fear from your holy Everlight powers. Now we go to Big Mama, but before we get there, I just want to kind of talk a little bit about the scene in the middle, because now that there is activity, there does seem to be some hope. You can see that this group of huddled creatures are looking up at the four of you, including Hosen, and just like you can see a mix of terror and hope and trauma, as they are not sure whether they should be excited or not. And then we go to Big Mama.
I should point out, Big Mama's possessor also has to roll a wisdom saving throw or a boogie out of Big Mama.
Ooh.
I understood part of that. What?
Oh, because you still have your spirit in you.
Ooh, yeah. Can
good
we
call.
expel that demon?
That is a
All right.
4. So the
Bye.
spirit
Bye,
the spirit inside of Big Mama vacates, and you are free to remove that flaw off of your character sheet. And
That
continue
changed her
doing
personality none.
Continue doing exactly what you were doing before.
Okay. Do I still have that weakened state though?
You do, unfortunately.
Okay. Okay. So she's going to move.
Still in
right
crocodile form,
here.
right?
Yeah.
Nice.
So that way she can get up there. So that's 30 there. So that way she can freaking see some shit. All right. So, and here's where I don't know. So DM,
Yeah.
with me being in my crocodile form, I can only act as crocodile, right? There is no like spell casting I can do, right?
Negative. Yeah, you cannot cast spells as a
Okay.
crocodile.
Okay. Dropping the form, does that take an action or anything like that? Or is it just like not just when time runs out, just like, okay, we're not doing this anymore?
I don't know that, actually. Jacob, Smitty, do you know off the top of your head, is dropping wild shape
Just
an
pulling
action?
it up.
I can Google it.
Yeah, because that I don't remember.
Bonus action.
Bonus action.
Cool. I can
Nice.
accept that.
Thank you.
Yep. Cool.
All right. that being said, right. Big Mama would like to right here cast Erupting Earth
Holy shit.
to encompass those 5 bad guys.
All right. Okay, so this is going to be, oh man, for all 5. What a fucking great call.
All right.
All right. So left to right. These are the deck saves. Crit fail. That's going to be a 17, which I assume saves.
Saves,
So,
yeah. Needs to save on a 14.
Yep. So I'm marking the failures with that symbol. Okay.
Okay.
That's a fail. That's a fail. And then last one. That's a save. Nat 20.
Cool.
Okay. 3
That's
fails, 2
fine.
saves.
Cool. Alrighty. So with that, it is going to be a 3d12 on a failed save. So I'm going to do that and roll 20.
So
3d12. Uh-huh.
give me 1 sec because I'm just trying to think here. This is a 20-foot cube.
Uh-huh.
So
20-foot cube is pretty big.
So you have 2 options with this spell.
Okay.
You are either gonna hit some of these because 20 feet is this way, or you're gonna hit yourself because 20 feet is this way. So you need to position it in a way that you make one choice or the other.
And I was counting each one as, hold on, let me get another thing.
Why
As in
why
this
does
is
it
like
have to be
5.
centered in the middle?
Can it be centered on the sides?
It doesn't.
So you
Yeah.
can just do it like
20.
there and get 20, all of them and no one else.
Yeah, you wouldn't
Well,
get all
then it
5
Yeah,
this time.
that's what I
though.
was like.
It would also
20.
get.
No, it's a 20 by 20 right?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind. Yeah, you're right.
Oh.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Toss it right here.
Yep, that's right.
20.
Yeah, we're good.
Like 20.
Fucking playing with portals.
Wait, hold on a sec. 20 by 20 cube.
Centered on
So
a
it'd be
point.
like-
So it's like 10 this way, nothing there. Plus 10 this way, there's nothing there.
What? 10 this way is having the kids in there.
Oh, they're not showing on mine.
Oh.
Oh.
But right
But
here.
also, if you do it on this middle line right here, it's these 2 squares and those 2 squares.
Why are the kids not showing?
Like the bigger problem is you can't get all 5. You can only get
Yeah, you can only get one
Four
of
of
the
them.
one side or the other side.
you can
Yeah.
get
Then I'll do the
get
the
this,
left
right,
side
without hitting
because
anybody?
it's 3.
Oh yeah, that works.
that gets 4.
Yeah, that's like 4.
Doesn't hit anybody.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. All right. I'm down with
Right.
that. I am going to remove the.
The nat 20.
First one.
No, this one right there.
I'm just
So
kidding.
Yeah,
that one
That works.
doesn't get impacted.
Yeah. 2
All right.
fail, 2 save.
Listen, geometry was
Okay.
not my strong suit.
Same.
Okay.
You know what is your strong suit?
Alrighty.
DMing. See what I did there? Watch that. Bam.
It's a 3-piece suit, strong suit. Anyway, so.
I don't know what that meant.
I have no idea what that meant.
I don't know what that
Strong suit,
means.
So I was like, it's a suit.
What does it
It's a nice suit. All right. Let me get my 3d12s out there. And so I do 3d12 plus my spell attack, right?
No, the spell says
Or the
just
modifier.
3d12.
3d12. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let me do then my roll 20. 3d12s.
Yeah, failed save or half as much.
Okay.
Ooh, not bad.
22. And then half of that on those who did succeed. So 11.
Holy shit, Rain.
I get that all the time.
Yeah, I can confirm that is true. Been there, done that.
All right. Would you mind kind of describing the visual as this happens? Because you've now crushed 2 that were at full health entirely. And the 2 that
Yeah.
saved are looking terrible.
Sure. So it will start off that there is this lumbering crocodile like coming in, and then like we'll say this like slow motion movement of like all of the like the scales and the hide just like peels off, and like this plump halfling with these white locks comes out, and then she just like sweeps her hand across the area, and she's got like her bright green eyes are just seething with like just like acid and just death stares, and she's like sweeps her hand across, and so the baddies, the ones that 2 fell, that the erupting earth, it just kind of like comes up, kind of grabs, and then just crackles them like it's just like, to dust, that kind of thing. Just it just makes them just disintegrate. And the other 2 is the same, just kind of like as best they can, just trying to like the rocks and everything coming out. Ooh.
So you don't imagine like an explosion in the earth. You instead imagine like these giant
just
grabbing hands
yes.
trying to pull them back down into the ground.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so the last 2 are able to just slightly dodge out of the way as these huge rocks just sort of like swarm around them, and sort of like a garbage disposal, just like clean off any of the remaining skin that is hanging on to their bones. They're still up, but they are very much in a bad place. Anything else you'd like to do?
That was no, those were all of my things.
All right, perfect. Okay, it is this one's turn, and this one is going to come up and attack you, Big Mama, in retribution. And that's going to be a fail. Take a big swing with its battle axe and completely miss, mostly due to the fact that there's no more muscle tissue attached onto its bones, and so it cannot swing properly. Now we go to the top of the order with Cinnabon.
Let's see. I was looking at my character sheet, not the map. There we are. Hello, map. And yeah, he's just wordlessly burning through his resources here at this point. And he'll let me do this. Yeah, I think he finds at this point finds his voice for a second, and he's like, "I'm coming. Are you all right? Sorry, I'm late." And he's gonna cast Scorching Ray again. And this time, I think I got a 4th one. Yep, because we're gonna cast it at 3rd level. So, we'll go ahead and do. So first one's the guy right next to Big Mama Mocha.
Yeah.
This is he's in melee, so that's a disadvantage. Still pretty decent. 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
7 points of fire damage.
Boom! Scorching Ray hits him right in the center of the spine, exploding it and sending half of it flying up towards the ceiling, landing back down after about 10 seconds of airtime.
All right. 14 to hit.
On which one?
One on the far right, other right.
Yep, that. Let me check. No, that misses. It goes wide.
Number 3. Much better. 22 to hit.
Yep, that'll do it.
11 points of fire damage.
And it's this one, right?
Yep.
All right. That is just enough to kill it.
And thanks to the upcast, last one. 16 to hit.
16 will hit, yeah.
5 points of fire damage.
5 points of fire damage. Okay. A smaller ray hits it, burns off just a little bit of the flesh around its chest.
Do the rest of my family look like their their life is being drained, or do they look stable even though things are shitty?
They look stable physically.
Okay.
Emotionally is a different question.
Certainly. And he just moves a hand, and Archie flies over towards this last one for a 19 to hit.
Yep.
9 points of fire damage.
All right. I'm going to move Archie for you.
Yep. And I didn't move at all. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's going right up in the middle.
All right. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Next up is this one that is going to move around Archie and then attack you, Cinnabon. For a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
I think the first hit of the evening.
Indeed.
So this is going to be 1d8 plus 3. Seven damage.
Okay.
And then as this battle axe pierces your skin, you could feel that there's a burning, as though there's some sort of substance contained on the edge of this battle axe. And you are going to take 2d6 additional poison damage, which would be 10.
Oh, no con save? Oh, damn.
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I think he charges forward and like doesn't see it. I think it just grabs him in the back.
And then we go to second. It is your turn now.
Are the other family members there? Because I don't see them anywhere on the map.
I don't understand why I don't see them. I can't believe.
I see them.
I don't know. Maybe let me
J-
just reload.
Hold on. Maybe. Oh, wait. Hold on.
Yeah, you're right next to me, so you should be able to see him. They're like the 6 squares in front of me.
Yeah.
Hold on. I think.
there. I reloaded and they came up. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool.
Oh, Shiza, that's right next to it. So you said they look stable, but do they look hurt at all?
No, not
Not
physically
hurt.
hurt whatsoever. No.
Okay.
Actually, I think. No, I don't think second would know that. Never mind.
I can see them now. Sorry, now that I can see them, I'm just.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Or, I will go here. I will. Fudge. Right. I will look towards the family and say, I'm looking for someone like me. I will drop Protection of Good and Evil, and I will cast Shield of Faith on whoever this person is here.
Okay.
And with my action, I will do nothing except taunt the skeleton thing, saying, see. Oh, you don't like when everyone laughs at you? Well, just imagine how they'll laugh when they see you now. That's it.
Because you're
Fantastic.
dead.
A vicious mockery.
Yeah, right. Right. Second to level bard.
Why don't you make a charisma roll? Just to see if it,
charisma.
yeah, just to see if it takes the bait.
That would be a 21.
Yep, turns around.
God damn.
A cute, fluffy little bird.
Okay, now does this one get a save the next turn or still no?
No,
Nothing.
just next minute, unless he like gets attacked or something.
Okay, cool. So runs off outside of your field of vision. Big Mama, you are up.
Hi. Well,
Hi. Crockama. Oh no, Crockama.
the party's up there, so 5, 10, 15. She can scooch up here. Oh, here. And so that way she can be melee with this friend right
Okay.
there. And she's going to use Primal Savagery to attack.
All right.
Yeah.
So like your fingernails turn into these giant claws,
Yeah.
reach out, start slashing.
Yeah. And it's like teeth, well, it's just teeth or finger claws. So it's going to be her fingernails doing it.
I mean, you
And
tell
she's-
me.
Yeah, it's her fingernails doing it. She's just going for like the ankles and the shins.
Awesome.
And so that's going to be a +6. So let me do my d20.
Not going to do it. You reach out, and the leather armor that this thing has across its belly is still robust enough to repel your claw attacks.
Beans. Alrighty. And I think that's what I've got. I could use my bonus action then to cast Shillelagh,
Mm-hmm.
but I wouldn't be able to use that as a weapon until my next turn, right?
That's right.
Cool. So I'll just use that just to cast Shillelagh.
Fantastic. Okay, we are going to the top of the order now with Cinnabon. There's one last combatant.
Let's see. What do I want to do? All right. Freeze flame. Head that direction. Actually, hold on. I forgot that'd be a disadvantage. Am I right? Is that a right spell attack? No, it's not. All right, cool, sweet. 20 to hit.
Yep.
12 points fire damage.
That is enough.
I'll do it.
What do you why don't you describe what this looks like?
Just puts a hand out. And it just erupts.
And you're within melee range of this thing. And so the heat of this burning corpse that was once living starts to, you feel it on your skin. And then it is gone, reduced to ash in front of you. And the first thing that catches your eye after this, and now that you are completely out of combat, is that Dumplin gets out of the grasp of Brioche, and you can see that Dumplin is running towards you. And there is a druid-crafted replacement for a stuffed animal inside of Dumpling's arms that kind of resembles a doll that has been crafted out of some vines. And Dumpling throws it to the ground, runs up, and grabs you around the waist.
He'll take a knee.
And Dumpling says, I thought you were gone.
No. Are you all right? Are you hurt?
Dumpling pulls up one of the pant legs on his leg and points at a very small boo-boo and says, look, and points to it.
Well, as he just swallows that. And just kisses the boo-boo.
He puts his arms around your shoulders, or one arm around your shoulder as you do this, and looks behind you at your friends. And he says, who's that?
These are my friends that helped save me. And help save you all.
Dumpling, who is the smallest of the crew, releases you, Cinnabon, and comes over to second first and looks at you for a couple of seconds of curiosity and, completely disregarding any of that curiosity altogether, recognizes you as somebody safe and comes in to give you a hug.
Second, startled for a second, but then gives Dumpling a hug and turns to Cinnabon and goes, that one's all right.
And then Dumpling goes over to Big Mama and is very afraid and does not want to get close. And he says, quietly, are you a crocodile?
Not anymore. Come on. Hug my neck.
And he will come in and give you a hug too. And while that's happening, the rest of them start to stand up. And Rioche, who now is the oldest of this crew, stands and says, Cinnabon, where's the rest of them?
Just south from here.
Rioche looks to his siblings, looks back at you, and comes close to you and reaches out to give you a hug and a kiss on the cheek, holds you by your shoulders and says, I'm so glad to see you, but we should go. We should save them. I'm sure they need rescuing.
No.
And at that, he looks at you. What do you mean? No.
I was too late.
Too late for what?
Mom and Dad.
And the realization of what you're saying washes over his face, and you can see a tear starting to well up in both of his eyes.
HB's okay. I wish we never came here.
I'm sure there's something we can do. Something can be done. I'm sure. He's starting to look panicked.
We need to find a place for them to rest.
He breaks down, crying, falls to his knees.
He as he does, someone will like kind of grab him as he falls. I need you to be with me here. Me, you, HB. We need to be strong for the rest of them. We will have time to mourn later. I promise. Right now, we need to get everyone the hell out of here.
He uses his wrist to wipe away the tears from his eyes, stands up and looks at you, gaining his composure, and says, You're right. You're absolutely right. And you can see he throws his shoulders back, sticks out his chest, and he's got a posture now of seriousness. And he says, how do we do that?
That's a good lad. I was so sure that I was going to be on time.
He, now understanding what the weight of the conversation is, he reaches out and puts a hand on your shoulder and says, there will be time for regrets, but what matters now is that you are here. All of us, we thought the worst.
He'll stand up and look around at everyone. Can you help me carry my parents?
Is that to the rest of the kids or to the party?
To the party.
Okay.
Second reaches out and takes Big Mama's hand and looks at Cinnabon and points to Big Mama's bound hands and says, I cannot wait. Sorry. Oh, wait for it. I cannot wait to complete my collection. And then points off
Lost the words.
back into the rest of the dungeon.
You think we need to continue? Why?
Second points at Big Mama's hands again. And looks at Big Mama.
A promise is a promise.
And then Big Mama, she does look over to Cinnabon, to you, and it's like, is this all of you?
I'll nod.
Are they safe if we traverse further?
You see Brioche stands there, defiant, rebellious, strong. And he says, I will make sure of it.
I'm not sure if they should see them yet.
Second's eyes light up and looks at you, Cinnabon, and says HB, and then points to you and says HB, and waves towards second, and then begins to gather everyone else in a circle, but motions for you and points towards HB.
All right. Come along.
Second shakes his head and says, points to you, HB, and then puts his arms out for all of them and just goes like this. And second will begin sitting on the ground in the middle of them and begin to say a prayer.
Oh, I'm sorry, second. Arms. All right. He'll head south.
Okay. Actually, if you want to take us out of the like and move it into the RP screen, I don't
Yeah,
think
sure.
we need the battle map just now. Okay, so Cinnabon, you go back down south and you find Honeybun, aka HB, has gotten about halfway through crafting another crown out of her the petals, and she looks up and says, "Are they safe? Did you save them?"
Yes, they're all right.
Huge grin of relief comes across her face.
And you know, Bria, she's always ready to be the hero.
Yes, but you are what allowed him to be the hero today. Cinnabon, I haven't had much time to think about this, to digest it, but it is infinitely worrisome what would have happened if you had not shown up, if you had in fact perished during that initial attack.
I don't even know how I feel about that, even. If I never wanted to could follow up on that dream, we wouldn't be in this situation. To begin with, what was it all for?
I understand you're searching for purpose, but maybe it just hasn't revealed itself yet.
He points to their parents. Mighty good it will do now. I'm sorry, that's not even fair.
She looks at you kind of wide-eyed and she says, "Remember what Mom and Dad used to tell us about the world, that there is a give and a take to everything, that plants will grow from seed, flower, and feed bees and wasps and all the sorts of things that feed off of those plants, and then be providing food to other animals, which then turns into more soil, which then turns into more plants. There is something grander, and you have to believe that, Cinnabon."
You always were the smarter one of us. You should know. we're not quite out of the woods just yet. You weren't the only ones we were trying to find down here.
She looks completely quizzical.
Can you stay with Brioche and make sure everyone's all right as we continue?
Do you think it's safe to stay here? We should, and she looks around. Should probably leave. No?
And leave Mom and Dad?
Well, I could take them, and you can see she's trying to sit up from her crisscross applesauce with these frail bones, and realizing that it's totally futile, she then kind of looks back at you and says, I don't want to stay in here any longer than I have to, and I'm sure the kids feel the same way.
There is a cot outside. Perhaps you could see if it's decent. We'll meet up after.
We will get a decent distance away.
All right.
And I promise I will give Mom and Dad all their due rights.
I haven't even told the others besides Brioche. I didn't even know. I don't know if it's fair to hide or...
She interrupts you and reaches out and kind of puts her hands on each side of your neck and looks you directly in the eyes. It says, that is not a problem we have to solve right now. We can tell them together after whatever it is that you're doing in here is complete.
All right. Come on.
She says, now go and figure out whatever is that other purpose.
Oh, I thought she was going to come with drop off with the kids.
Sure, okay.
When Cinnabon returns with HB, you see second finishing up spell, and stars start to fall in a circle all around the kids, about a 10-foot radius all around them, from the ceiling down through the floor, creating a curtain of stars all around them as a small at first but growing phoenix starts to fly around the outer edge of the circle in a protective wings enveloping the inside of the circle as it just continues its guardian patrol around the circle. And second will cast Magic Circle, and holding outside of it undead for the next hour. Undead will not be able to enter the circle and will have disadvantage on any attacks made to people inside of the circle. And he gestures for HB to join inside of.
Now, does Magic Circle travel with them?
Nope,
Or is
they
it
do it on point.
stationary?
On
Okay.
point. Yep.
All right. Honeybun goes into the Magic Circle. Curious, unsure, as this magic is not familiar to her.
Second steps out and is like, doesn't know how to communicate, but is very much just like,
And yeah.
With say, you're in good hands. And walk up and put a hand on second's shoulder and just say, the best.
second. Pat's Cinnabon's hand. Looks to Big Mama.
All right.
Plan D isn't due now.
Let's go find who you're looking for.
And I think that right there is a perfect stopping point for the evening. Holy shit. Wow. First of all, before we start doing outro stuff, just a big round of applause from me to the three of you. That was fantastic. Really solid.
Right back at you.
And you know, I'm sad that Alex wasn't here to enjoy this. I'm sure he's going to catch the VOD afterwards.
I expect a lot of caps locks.
Thank you all for joining us tonight. This was a very heavy episode. As always, please make sure you're taking your mental health seriously. And you know, if this was heavy for you specifically, just, you know, take some time for yourself. Now, let's get around to doing some of those outro things. Let's start out with Rain.
Hello.
Where can people find you? What can they expect when they do find you?
Usually napping in my bed midday. That's usually it. But no, it'll be on Instagram and on TikTok under Virgo_Rain for all of my sniffly right now, just because the weather changes here in Florida, meaning it's 50 degrees, but for all of my cosplaying and mermaiding adventures.
All right. What about you, Smitty?
Hey everybody, Smitty. You can find me at PB Smitty on Instagram. You can find me in Discord. You can also, I think, find me at PB Smitty on Hive, which I set up earlier, but I don't know how to use it yet. So find me and tell me how to use it. And I'll say hi back if you do a good job of telling me how to use it. Otherwise, you can find me, wait for it, at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Mountain Time, 8 a.m. Pacific, Thursday, Thanksgiving morning. Talking to my good friend and co-host, Philadelphia, on a holiday edition of AM GMs in the PM, in the AM, aka AM GMs in the PM, full circle. That's right, we're back in the morning, Thursday morning, Thanksgiving.
One night only.
Mimosa.
One day only?
Come say hi, one day only. Come check it out. Right here on the amphitheater.
When you think we're gonna zig, we zag, and when we zag, you think we're gonna zig.
Schedules? Who needs them?
You know what? Love it. How about you, Jacob?
Whew,
what are you up to?
Man, literally all my characters have fucked around, found out in the last like 2 weeks. It is like all of them are in really shitty positions. Tis the season, apparently. Man, I'm Jacob Blick, first of all. That's me. Hi. And Duval King Jacob, Twitter, Instagram, Hive as well. Really should post more on that. This is the channel that I co-founded. Tomorrow, more emotional damage because we're playing some Final Fantasy IX unless OBS tries to destroy that again. 8 p.m. Eastern Time right here before, and then Thursday, of course, you can join because I'll be in chat because I want to because I want to hang out with these chuckleheads. And then on actually the rest of the week is pretty much chill until Sunday. Dragon Last Dragons of Rebirth over on Twitch.tv/Somatic Games. And we're off next week for Duval Dragons because me and Jess will be at PAX U with Bill, and it's gonna be a good time. So don't forget to take care of yourself because shit's whack out here, bro.
Yeah. You can find me basically in Discord at the moment. I have not been adventurous enough to figure out how to set up Hive. I probably wouldn't post there even if I did set it up. And yeah, you can find me in packs. Probably
In.
Starter packs,
there
legendary
somewhere.
packs,
Just in it.
If you
Probably
can,
food court.
bonus packs.
if there's a food court and there are bagels that are probably from Dunkin' Donuts, I will be raiding that.
Not such a
I
thing.
feel
No
Smitty's
such thing.
rage from here, and he's in.
Bill just said 2 words that don't belong in a sentence together, so I was not able to understand what he said.
And I'm going to be toasting those bagels. And
Not a thing.
it will be delicious. My favorite
Definitely not a thing.
And
favorite type of bagel is a toasted Dunkin' Donuts bagel. Thanks for the sponsorship, Mr. Donut.
and that was the last time we saw Second because Smitty quit the game right after this stream.
Rage quit.
Literally.
The first
Alright.
30 minutes of Thursday's show will be devoted to me lecturing Bill on bagels.
You know what? And that's like a sequel, so great.
As is tradition.
It's actually happening right in front of me live.
Tradition.
All right, Jacob, take us out of here. Who are we rating, and what are our core beliefs here at the amphitheater?
Great question, Bill. So we're going to raid Zilzaddy, who is a wonderful creator who's playing some Dungeons and Dragons. But in the meantime, I'd like to remind you of the following truths here on the amphitheater. And that's that. I can't believe I'm actually in a cheery mood after this. Acting! Anyway, it's that Black Lives Matter. Stop AAPI hate. Trans rights are motherfucking human rights. If you don't have a uterus, you don't get to tell people with uteruses what to do with theirs. It's none of your motherfucking business. Stay in your goddamn lane. Climate change is real. Read comics because they're the only reason why movies are really good right now. Pay your taxes because that's probably a good thing to do. I just got my escrow thingy and it's whack, baby. I should have done my homestead stuff. Home ownership is weird. And lastly, but not leastly, as per usual, before you come see us at PAX U, before you come see us at PAX U, make sure that you choose and that you can choose love because it's the right thing to do. Thank you so much as always for being here. Don't forget that where there is darkness, there just happens to be light most of the time and some grayness sometimes too. And we continue on telling our story next week. We'll see you very soon. Wave bye, everybody, because we're leaving in 5 seconds.
Good night. Thanks for the raid, Raiders.
And we're out.
Trying to do that creepy like Harry Potter wave he did at the end of the